Hi YouTube, I'm going to show you how to make the Chinese American classic orange chicken. It's super simple. We're going to start with the meat. I have chicken breast cut into 1/2 inch cubes, and I'm going to season my meat with a little soy sauce, baking soda. Baking soda is to tenderize the meat. Next, I'm going to add freshly squeezed orange juice, or any type of orange juice you have is fine. This is going to make a nice batter for the chicken to adhere to. You see, putting the liquid on is helping the baking soda liven up. Okay. So the baking soda, orange juice, soy sauce are starting to do their thing. Next, I'm going to crack an egg in here. Now I'm going to mix it all up. And then I'm going to start dipping it in my cornstarch. Let me mix it up, show you what it looks like. This was just soy sauce, orange juice, baking soda, and an egg. That's the only seasoning you need for your meat. Now the meat is completely mixed with the seasoning, and there's a significant amount of moisture. That's all a part of the batter. Okay, so I'm just going to let it sit for about 5 minutes. Every piece submerged. Okay. While that's sitting, I have orange peel. This is how I got my orange juice. I took some oranges and I peeled with my vegetable knife just the skins. Try to get most of just the skin. Try to avoid the white part so that it looks like this. And I'm going to use this to perfume my vegetable oil. It's going to impart a lovely orange essence into the oil. Okay, so I'm putting all these peels into my wok. And they're going to go for about 5 minutes. When they start turning a dark brown, they have emitted all of their essence and oils. And I'm going to fish them out and fry my chicken. Okay. Now that I have the oil working, I'm going to start dropping my chicken in the cornstarch. This is going to be a gluten-free recipe. If you don't have cornstarch, you can use flour, but cornstarch works great in my opinion. And this is going to be a double dipped. Okay. Get everything in. Coat it. This is one of the reasons I really like cornstarch. Your food doesn't get gummy and clumped together. Okay. Let me get all the chicken in here, then I'm going to do my second dip. Alright, that's looking a little bit full. So let me get it coated with cornstarch. See, it comes apart really easily. You just got to get every nook and cranny coated, and then you dip it again. Alright, so let me put down my cell phone and get every piece coated, then I'll show you the second dip. So I just finished dipping my chicken the first time, and I had a little bit of extra moisture at the bottom with the orange juice, baking soda, cornstarch, and soy. So I'll put it back in to get another coat, and now I'm dropping it back in the cornstarch for the second dip. And then it looks like this. It adheres nice and nicely. Okay. Second dip, then we're off to the fryer. The wok, I'm sorry. Okay. So after your second dip, your chicken pieces are going to look like this. While that was happening, the orange peels have turned brown and they're going to be fished out. Just fish them out with your slotted spoon so we can get ready to fry our chicken in our orange infused oil. Okay, so I'm going to finish fishing these out and putting my chicken in its second dip. Then I'm going to fry it up for you. So after the second dip, this is what the chicken looks like. Comes apart pretty easily. And it's ready for that orange infused oil. Takes about 5 minutes to cook. These are super small. And anytime you're using a wok, the wok needs to be super hot, okay? I'm going to fill every crevice, but not overcrowd. Alright, I'm going to let that go for 5 minutes. After about 2.5 minutes, I'm going to stir it to make sure that each side is getting even exposure to that orange infused oil. And I'm only going to fry it one time. I know some people like to fry theirs twice. I like to do one fry because I don't want the meat drying out. So I'll show you what it looks like after it finishes frying up. Just 5 minutes. So this is what it looks like at the halfway point. So I'm just going to do a little stir action with my slotted spoon. The crust is already set. And it's just going to continue to go for about 2.5 more minutes. So 5 minutes has passed. It's time to come out. So I'm going to scoop it out with my slotted spoon. And I'm going to place it into a paper towel lined dish. And you see it's crispy and golden and perfect. So I'm going to fry up all of my chicken. I'm going to show you what that big pile of chicken looks like. And then we're going to get into the sauce. See, as soon as it's finished. So my chicken is all fried up. And it tastes wonderful. And I'm going to end up freezing half of this chicken because I don't like to add my sauce to my orange chicken until right before I'm getting ready to eat it. so that it stays nice and crispy. And it is super crispy right now. So I'm going to make sauce for half this quantity of chicken. The other half is going in the freezer. And I'll make fresh sauce when I'm ready to eat that one. So let me talk about what you need. I cleaned out the same wok. And it's on a medium-high flame. And the ingredients for the sauce are ginger and garlic, 2 tablespoons. Sesame oil, 2 tablespoons. 1 cap of sherry cooking wine. 1 cup of orange juice. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Teaspoon of white vinegar. 1/4 a cup of sugar. And your cornstarch and water slurry just to get it thickened up. So let me start adding the ingredients in the proper order. First, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, and you could just eyeball that. 1, 2. Alright, now that the sesame oil is in, your next ingredients are your ginger and garlic. Ginger and garlic. Okay, next I'm going to add my sugar so that can start dissolving. Sugar. White vinegar. Soy sauce. Cup of OJ. This is about 2 teaspoons of sherry, and I just measured it in a cap. I'm bringing all that to a boil and stirring it up. You hear that sugar really needs some time to dissolve. While I'm waiting for it to boil, let me have a sample of this chicken. It's crunchy and it's textured. Yummy, yummy, yummy. That's perfect. Perfectly seasoned. Perfectly crispy. So we're starting to boil over here. I'm just scraping the bottom, making sure the sugar is dissolved. Okay, let me get my cornstarch slurry ready to pour in now that it's about to boil. Okay, so that's boiling. I just had to remix my cornstarch and water because the cornstarch was settling at the bottom. Start with half of this amount. Then you want to stir it. You don't want to add all your cornstarch slurry at one time, because then the whole sauce will seize up on you. Let it come to a boil again so you can see the true consistency. Okay, it's starting to thicken up, but I want it a little bit thicker. I want it to cling to the chicken, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Let it come to a boil. Oh yeah. Got a couple of big chunks of garlic and ginger in there. I thought it was fully pureed, but it is fine. Okay, when your sauce looks like this, it's thick enough. Now what you do is you turn off the flame and you have a taste. And anytime I'm tasting a super hot broth or gravy, I try to use a plastic spoon so I don't burn my tongue with the broth and the metal. So I'm going to have a taste and see if it needs anything else. It's really, really good, but I want to add another 2 tablespoons of sugar just to make sure I get that true Panda Express sweet and sticky vibe. So I'm going to add 2 more tablespoons of sugar and let it boil. So I added 2 more tablespoons of sugar and I retasted it, and it's absolutely perfect. It's sweet, it's tangy, it's orangey. So let me plate some up. And you see the sauce has thickened up to the perfect consistency. You see the way the sauce clings to the chicken? That's exactly what you want to see. And cornstarch measurements are never, never, never exact. You always thicken to your liking. And this right here is my liking. Evenly coated, but everything is still stuck to the meat. Let me have a taste for you guys. Chicken and sauce all together. Plenty for my freezer. Plenty sauce for the next time I want some fresh out of my freezer. And when you reheat this, I would reheat it in a toaster oven or a little bit of hot oil. Will get your chicken nice and crispy and fresh again. And just some hot temperatures and a little stirring will get your sauce ready to snap back into action. If you happen to freeze it, but it doesn't last long in the freezer. Have a bite. Look at how it's glistening. Mm. 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 It's absolutely amazing. If you do the recipe just like I did, and always sweeten again at the end to your taste, you may never go out for Chinese takeout again. Absolutely delicious. Thank you for watching. So that amount of sauce with the 1 cup of OJ, half a cup of sugar, cap full of sherry, tablespoon of ginger, tablespoon of garlic, 2 tablespoons of sesame, and your cornstarch slurry beautifully coated, a whole family's worth of chicken. Beautifully coated it. Oh boy, good stuff. And I still have some for my freezer. See you in the next video.